Welcome back, Smite fans, to the North American Challenger Circuit. This one is going to be a repeat of the last game. Right now, Tubby Turkey's leading 1-0, and Monkey Business looking to do whatever they can to try and find their way back into this and make it a split and potentially cause us to have, you know, tiebreakers towards the end of the day, make this go as long as they possibly can. But as it stands right now, looking for those points, looking to try to find anything they can to keep them in the standing. Once again, my name is Gormizer, and joining me is going to be Freight Train.
Yeah, I'm the guy that can't spell. Did you know that there's an R in Turkey's Gore?
And definitely not an N sometimes, too.
Yeah, oh, man. Can't spell. We got this. We're good to go. Game number 2, Monkey Business was ahead. I really need to see some changes in the mid lane. Viper, he's a good player. By no means. Isis just didn't work out that game. I just felt like he kind of got picked on. We'll see what he ends up bringing in the game number 2. Got to bring something that he could, you know, get some decent combinations off of and really help the team, you know, secure those objectives a little bit. I mean, obviously the objective secure wasn't an issue. He had Isis, but it was just, he just got beat up, man.
And I feel like part of the issue was they picked up the Isis after the Hunbats was locked in. There was a Hunbats thing. They're actually going to take that one away, not wanting Tubby Turkeys to have that to play. That is, we don't want you to have
Well, Serket's open. What?
Yeah, she is. Osiris, Terra, and Susano Nemesis were the ones who were banned. Susano Nemesis are the ones that have to go, but
is this correct? Attention production. They did not just leave Serket open. Like, I want to make sure that they're not just going to grab Bologna and Serket to be the second pick right now. Unless Monkey Business is planning on grabbing Humbats and Serket, this is a bad selection.
Well, and the glory about this is they can save that Serket for the third pick because it's Hunbats, like you said, unless they're going to grab both.
They better grab Serket.
Like, Hunbat solo, like, what's going on there? Like, unless you have something in your playbook to throw Serket or Hunbats out of the jungle and still have them be an impact, I just don't see that one working out. But Kernanos going to be locked in. Soul was on the other side as well as Bologna, who, of course, made it through again. And this time not going to be piloted by Xenon Hawk. That one's going to be awesome. Jake there for Tubby Turkeys. And looks like the response is going to be the Hercules.
All right, okay, the Hercules. That's cool. I'll see what's going on. Tubby Turkeys is obviously locked in that Soul. That's normally, I would imagine, going to end up being the mid laner. Obviously, as we've seen it. And this has to be Serket. Like,
do it.
That's okay.
I'm okay with any of these.
I know productions are just trolling us right now with this Wheelix. Like, it's like, just, we're not seeing it a Wheelix. Like,
it's going to turn into like a jungle Anubis.
This is it. But this is so not going to end up being a Wheelix. Yeah, there we go. It's like, this is like, that's like Smite 101. It's like Serket open at this point in the draft. Yeah, you pick it. It says you have to do it.
But here's the question.
Strategy or not, you just do it.
For Monkey Business, of course, the first thing they see is take away Hunbats. Don't let them have Hunbats again. He went, what, 11-3, 11-2, whatever. And, you know, high impact. He was killing Viper nonstop. Get rid of the monkey. Do you think they just forgot Serket existed? Well,
they banned Terra. Like, they banned Serket last time, I think. Or maybe Tubby Turkey's banned. I forget who banned Serket last time. But, like, I don't know. Turkey's just, look, regardless of if you want Serket in your draft, you always prepare to have a Serket in your pick. It's like, hey, if it's open, we'll probably grab it more than likely. I mean, this character, highly mobile, tons of damage, the potential just to get doubles and triples out the yin-yang. I mean, it really just, Glavis, we saw what he did on the monkey. I'd honestly expect him to run the table again.
On the other side, Tubby Turkey's not wanting to deal with mid lane, going to take away the Thoth and the Poseidon. Ganesh going to be making it through right now. Fafnir did get banned. A lot really still left open. Monkey Business have their choice, pick the litter really for their supports, and really at this point, they have to kind of reach into their pockets as to what they might want, but Scylla is open. I wouldn't be surprised if it was going to be a Scylla pick right here.
The Geb is really good, honestly, because of the Serket, at least the dot damage and the taunt and so on and so forth. You can get some of that damage negated. We'll see. You know, Ratcheteer is going to have to obviously time the shields out well. Glavis is going to have to play around the shields. Once those are down, he's got to go toward another target. You know, and again, vice versa. So that's going to be a little bit of mind game between those two players. You know, Geb's going to have to save the shields for who Glavis ults, and Glavis is going to have to wait for that shield to get burned to make sure he gets maximum, you know, damage going online. Well, I think Glavis has another target.
I have a question for you, Freight.
Yeah, Vulcan.
If you are playing a mid laner, and last game you were playing Isis, who doesn't have, you know, a great way to escape, only has a movement speed augment, and you're getting camped by the jungler the entire time, and your goal for the second game is to not get camped by the jungler all the time, do you pick Vulcan?
Yeah, because you can place a turret down and you can't get taunted. You know, that's right. Yeah, because turret is the ultimate defense. You know, it's the best. Dude, I love placing turrets down. Like, whenever you play a Thanatos, have you ever done that, Gore? You're, like, baiting out that Thanatos Death Scythe, and you're like, Death Scythe me, and you turret, and it takes it, and you're like, haha. You just laugh at him. Yeah. That's so not going to happen in this game at all because, one, there's no Thanatos, but, yeah, Viper's going to get camped pretty hard. It's going to be rough.
It's going to be rough. Like, again, high impact. You can do a lot with Vulcan, but you have to make it past that early game, and I feel like Glavis knows that just well enough to be able to camp Viper. The other thing that, I mean, we just kind of skipped over because of this Vulcan, that was an Apollo locked in on the other side. We have Tubby Turkeys here bringing it back.
Awesome Jake and crew doing the same exact 3v2 in the middle lane. Going to go for the same gank attempts. Obviously, that's been recognized. What's going on here? Xeon Hawk is stopping power instead of going to the lane or going straight here. We have a Mango in the solo lane side of things. So they just like, yeah, this is both ADCs not even going to lane. Both of them's got a Booma's mask. They're kind of just clearing. I mean, now they're junglers apparently. I don't even know what's going on.
All right, now the big fight going to be happening over at the Elemental Stopping Power. That is the wrong place to be standing right now. There are 4 members here of Tubby Turkeys, and they are chasing him down, but they have not locked down the kill yet. It is 1 hit, 2 hits away, and they haven't been able to find it with the Geb there. That's going to effectively stop them from getting aggressive.
Well, no shield available. Ratchet here going to be in a lot of trouble. There goes the miss dash by Mango, and well, that might have... If Mango connects on that dash, and he's able to get that stun. Ratchet here is probably dead, to be honest.
The poke coming out, I guess, is going to be the important thing. They weren't able to find the first blood, which really does kind of suck for Tubby Turkeys because they were in the perfect position to do so. Stopping power just a little bit too slippery for them, but the poke and keeping Monkey Business under tower right now is going to be what's big for them, although it's not really affecting the farm with the 3 people there able to help clear the wave. Stopping power, shield going to be thrown out, but ultimately farm this time going to be going in favor of Tubby Turkeys.
Well, I mean, right now I'm kind of looking at the solo lane side of things. Awesome Jake taking a lot of damage from the minions right now. The archers did some work, but he did get the advantage in the push, so he'll end up going back. He should be okay, and with the Death Stole, obviously be able to leech off some minions as well. And now a support, Ganesh is here, looking to maybe set something up on Xeon Hawk if he gets aggressive. But again, Mango's going to walk in a little early, and he's actually going to get plucked. Driving strike. Oh, Mango, but the minions tanked it for him. Oh, he's so lucky.
That was just 1 minion health bar away from being the worst case scenario for Mango and being first blood for Monkey Business right there. Xenon Hawk has to be a little bit upset about that one, but ultimately coming into it, I mean, again, we just get to see first blood prolonged at this point, fighting way more this game so far than we saw last game, but no one's able to lock anyone down just yet. Well,
the Ganesh did have the Bracer of Undoing, so maybe Mango survives that regardless. Looking at those relics that are online, we will see. Regardless, I mean, that was going to be a tough situation. On the other side, let's look at the relic situation. Ratchet here, going to go with the Geb Blink. First item, trying to get those hot cataclysms off in the face of the enemy if he can do that. Now, if he's able to blink in, catch Glavis off guard with a quick cataclysm, you know, when he's not able to obviously get the beads off or anything along those lines. I mean, Glavis is, you know, Circuit. The one weakness is relatively a weak character. Can go ahead and take a, you know, burst down damage pretty easily. So, I mean, if they can get that cataclysm plus Viper is able to get a meatball 1 combination off, yeah, I mean, Glavis needs to be the priority target to stop.
You know, I'll be 100% with you. Part of me, I love the Blink Cataclysm. It has a, like, just huge team fight impact. I like the idea of this being just Blink shields. Viper is going to get picked on, and I need to be ready
Blink
to
shields
react
are,
at any
yeah,
point
no,
in
that's
time.
exactly the secondary means of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, look, there's multiple reasons to get Blink, and we know a lot of newer players will think of the offensive reason. Oh yeah, Blink Cataclysm, so on and so forth. But blinking just to get around and as slapping power, ooh, yeah, Glavis is going for it.
All right, now going to be taken down, pushed against the wall, going to come through. Fear No Evil was used there. A lot of ults again, no blood being spilled just yet, but stopping power seems to be the big target. It seems like Tubby Turkeys understand what they did last game, and they're trying to make sure that Monkey Business is not able to do that so far this game.
Well, I mean, again, a lot of ults used. Ratchet did use that shield as well as Wakana. This is the game, guys. I don't think this isn't the scream itself, but Xeon Hawk got the first blood on Awesome Drake because they were trying to make rotations. This is just the replay lagging a little bit, everybody, so just bear with us as we get through this moment. Speed buff, though, going to go the way through of stopping power, and they are chasing, at least Hercules is. Yeah, Xeon is driving strike Mango. He is not got a boulder online, and now in a 3v1.
Xenon Hawk is the kind of player to get very aggressive, especially when he's, I mean, now empowered by that first blood. He's got this nice Hercules skin going in
the armor on, dude.
And he wants to fight. He wants to go in as best he can, but he also recognizes farm a little bit over fight. And so he'll fall back a little bit right here, but with that first blood under his belt can give him the advantage. And honestly, what more could you want as a solo laner against Bologna is to be able to say, hey, I'm a level ahead. I have, more items than you, ideally, when it comes down to it, when he backs and spends some of his gold. I can fight you when I need to. You cannot just stalemate this lane. You can't take control of this lane. It's my house.
I mean, Hi-Rez buffs characters that has skins, right? I mean, that's obviously, we all know that this is a fact, but our team develops it. They put secret coding inside of it, they ruin the servers, and they give extra armor and extra damage to the players that
the
have
armor
skins.
actually makes them tankier.
Yeah, the armor actually makes them tankier, and it causes the servers to lag. We all know that's facts. It's all good. As down one more time, Bud Pop, he's laughing this time because I think he learned his lesson about getting ganked around the 6-minute mark last time, and he knows that Glavis is here and gonna throw a couple of laps out. Watch him still get soloed. That would be even better.
Is the ward coverage this time. It was just one ward, but he caught him coming out of mid-lane.
Yeah,
he's like, that's all he needed. He's like, I know you're coming over here. You can't kill me twice.
Yeah, that was, I like Bud Pops. All right, that's the one time, I'm not really a fan of laugh spamming or taunting, but when that shows me that Bud Pop learned. It was like, okay, I'm not going to get full twice. He came around the corner on the same exact time frame last time. Let me go ahead and make sure that I'm not going to get killed here in the same 1v1 scenario, really on the mere identical side, so good job by him.
Looking at it right now, Glavis still looking for just any aggression he can find, although not having the impact that he had last game on the Hunbat so far. And a lot of that's going to be not having a Fear No Evil really coming through. And yeah, with the Geb Shield coming as well.
Glavis is like,
look, you can see falls off the board.
You can see Glavis just waiting for an opportunity. As soon as Glavis hits level 12, man, this guy's going to get a blink and be even more annoying to deal with. Geb Shield is going to be coming back up here in a moment. So if Glavis is going to make a move, he needed to make it now. But it looks like we're just going to kind of go back and forth. Ratcheteer is going to get taunted. There we go. You can't shield yourself. Well, you can, but you're still going to die.
Yeah, right now, one hit away. That's going to be found. Sham going to be able to get that one. And a lot of ults used on the other side. Monkey Business dumping a lot to try and keep themselves alive. Unfortunately, not going to be able to keep everyone alive. Now, 1-to-1 are the kills. A little bit slower pace than we had last game. And honestly, gold looking pretty much even right now. Experience still kind of in favor of Tubby Turkeys. But really, when it comes down to it, it's just going to be slowly but surely whoever can burn the most farm. Monkey Business are getting aggressive in the jungle. No, they're falling back. All right, I was wondering if they were going to try to fight for the speed buff, but ultimately they don't think it's worth the risk.
So I went ahead and I wanted to click on Ratcheteer real fast. I was curious to see what he was leveling. Obviously, that shield died pretty quickly, and I was wondering if he was gonna max out his 2 or his 3. And he is he just leveled up to 7, and he is prioritizing the knockup. He's putting everything into the 2. This is look, I'm not the one playing the game, and I get to make a lot of judgment choices from this perspective. From this perspective, I'm able to sit there and say, hey, maybe go with the shield because of the Circuit options there. That might have been the better choice, to sit there and level the shield and get a little bit more protection online for your teammates. Glavis is obviously going to be looking for those kills, and Sham's going to be following up with any sort of CC that Glavis provides. Maybe maxing the shield in this scenario, might have been a better option, or maybe not max flip-flopping. Put a couple points into it. I don't mind the 2, but I think you needed the defense.
Do what you need to keep your team alive is really going to be the big thing there. And honestly, Geb is the kind of person to do it, and Ratcheteer is the kind of player that pulls that one out as well. He's the kind of, I want to do whatever it takes to keep my team alive, even if it involves him giving his life for it. And really, having that shield online, I feel like I would expect it to help Viper out the most, although I think I've seen it thrown more onto stopping power so far this game, just because the aggressive positioning for the Hunbats, trying to do whatever he can. Oracle Harpies, Monkey Business take him up, and it seems like Tubby Turkeys just aren't quite ready to fight, or they can't just find the fight they want.
Well, Glavis and look, the team knows. They saw that shield go on top of Gib. They know that's a rank 1 shield. They know that that's not really a high-level shield. They have an opportunity to sit there and obviously make things happen. Now it's got 2 points into it. So, by the time Ratcheteer hits 11, 12, it's going to be full ranks. They're going to make moves and try to get this lead going up early. They got to go ahead and do it now to take advantage of the low shield that, the Geb is going to provide and make sure that they're getting these ganks. I would maybe suspect a little bit more ganks on the solo lane, but you got Xeon Hawk on a Hercules. What's the one thing Hercules hates? When he can't heal. You have Circuit, who provides an anti-heal. You can't even get through anything. I mean, I would expect some sort of gank on Xeonhawk, even at level 12 with a stage 2 breastplate online. This is still a killable target.
Then you would expect, especially in this position, Glavis has all opportunities to run over there before someone like Ratcheteer could respond with the shield. Pretty much a little bit of a window to try and get onto Xeonhawk, try to do whatever he can. But again, I guess the bigger issue is going to be that even though he can eat through that healing, even though he can honestly eat through some of those protections, the big issue is going to be it's Hercules, he's tanky, although right now is when he's least tanky. Now would be the time to try and go for it. but it just seems like Tubby Turkeys aren't ready to fully commit onto a full gank. Glavis doesn't really seem to be set onto a single target yet. The most taunts I've seen come out have been onto stopping power, but they haven't really been able to get it. But right now, Tubby Turkey's looking at the Gold Fury. This has to be a bait because Ratcheteer is right there in the neighborhood. Bud Pop's over here. There goes the Cataclysm. Trying to get the damage down.
Ratchet,
One hit
no.
away. The shield going to be good, but it's not going to be able to save his life. Ult going to be used from Glavis. Fear No Evil coming down 1-for-1 trade, but the jungler's going to fall for Tubby Turkeys. So far, that's going to be a small win as Mango taking some poke. Here comes the Vulcan ult into the back. Narrowly going to miss anyone. Kill of the Hun with a nice dash. Bud Pop, one hit down. Going to just continue.
Also, Jake had an Eagle Rally out versus in. I mean, that's a big ultimate that's going to be down. I mean, obviously the protections and everything else that it gives, honestly, could have maybe saved it for this Gold Fury steal attempt. Just kind of pull the trigger. Thought he was in a little bit more trouble than he was. I mean, half HP Bologna, stage 2 breastplate. You got to just kind of suck it up for another hit or two before pulling the trigger on that ultimate, knowing that the Gold Fury could get started. But luckily, doesn't get trigger pulled. Gold Fury ends up getting leashed. There is a lot of vision here as Bologna, Awesome Jake, going to TP into it. And, well, all right. He wants to shield bash he's just like, I'm going to shield bash this thing. Let's go. Well, Gold Fury's going to win this one, Awesome Jake. I'm going to let you know that. The one
Not sure I'm going to support that.
I mean, he literally teleported back in to get to the same health bar that he was to fight the Gold Fury.
I don't support
10
that
out of 10,
one.
Awesome Jake. 10 out of 10.
As it goes down right now, I mean, Xenon Hawk going to have a little bit more of an advantage. Also going to be fighting over here, not stealing away the blue buff there. But, I mean, he has the teleport still available. He can just kind of sit over here in the solo lane, farm up. If Gold Fury fights over again, he's going to have the teleport. Awesome Jake is going to be stuck in his lane, taking the scenic route wherever he wants to go. But, I mean, that was a big fight for Gold Fury. No one came out on top.
No, I mean, no one really comes out on top. It ends up being even one more time. 2-2 are the kills. This game is 100% deadlocked one more time. You know, last game, it came down to... I said it was going to come down to a mistake. I don't even know if it comes down to a mistake last game, really. It was more just a fight that was just won unexpectedly on the right-hand side, 4v5, when it should have been lost. So it was, you know, the mistakes were made by Bucking Business, and I guess in the dive, that ended up losing it to him. You know, now you see Monkey just playing so much more passively. They're not looking for that aggressive nature. They don't want to make the misstep. They really want to go ahead and get this split, because if they do lose this game, I forget exactly what the current standings are, but you know, this is I think this is the last week. We got one more week, right? Or is that it?
Well, this is the last one before they go into relegations. Yeah, this is
so
pretty much for all the money. They need the points they can find, because at the end of the day, 2 teams are going to get knocked down. 2 teams are going to have a chance at the Pro League. And when it comes down to it, I mean, losing the first game is going to be bad for you. Monkey Business still have opportunities throughout the day to try and find their way in, but that first game getting knocked down already kind of puts them on that little bit of a slippery slope. So far, though, it looks like they aren't going to be tilting, which I think is the big thing, is keeping your mentality about it.
No,
hey, we lost the first game. We can stay into this one. Although right now, Fear No Evil coming down, trying to get Glavis. We're going to see the ults come down, drop down, overhand smash, one hit. But Stopping Power taking the worst into the trade, forced to jump away. But here comes the kill of the Hun. They're going to trade it out jungle for jungle, and that's going to be the retreat.
Now, nice little meatball over there by Viper. He gets himself a kill on the board. The boulder going to bounce around. No, it doesn't go to the right. Did not. Oh, man. If Xeon Hawk is able to kind of get that boulder to bounce a little bit more to the right, ends up getting the double tap. Eagles Rally going to end up cashing the dash of Hercules. And that's going to be trouble for Xeon. He is the Gep Shield.
All right, now trying to run away. Bracer going to be able to heal him up nice and tidy. Wow. Awesome Jake going to get burnt down for that one. Tried to fight at level 12. Didn't have that second relic. Going to pay for it right there. Xenon Hawk. He didn't spam laugh, but you could almost hear him mentally laughing at the fact that that happened the way it did.
I completely forgot he had Bracer. I was like looking at his health bar. I was like, oh man, he's gonna die. Then all of a sudden it was like, boop, Hercules gets the mitigate wounds, gets the Bracer online, and literally full HP. Now all of a sudden it's Monkey Business's chance to start to go Fury. And well, you go left, we'll go right. And Sham and Aquila should easily be able to go ahead and take out the Fire Giant. They know exactly what's going on. Honestly, at this point in the game, the Gold Fury is worth more money. The Portal team will end up opening up the map a little bit closer, you know, to sit there and get in and out. Positive take more for Monkey again if you're looking at the gold aspect, but you realistically completely even trade.
Right there, I was watching. I see the rollout come out. Ratcheteer doing his best to go from Gold Fury to the Portal Demon. I was watching the blink the entire time. I was like, are we going to immediately see like the in rollout, blink forward, do whatever he can to steal it? But without the Cataclysm available, I think that's kind of what spells the difference. Like, don't fight into that.
if Cataclysm is available, you can get the stun, you can keep the thing leashed, maybe knock up, and then again, in-hand secures it. I mean, we've seen that happen with Gold Furious before. But, you know, again, if you're not going to have Cataclysm available, it's really hard to stop several people trying to do one objective either way. I mean, it's Portal Demon goes their way. Still, again, Monkey Business are going to find themselves actually, you know, now with that Gold Fury pretty decently in the lead. I mean, about 1,500 gold and about 3,000 experience as well. This was nearly the same lead as they had last time. So, you know, I think they had more of a lead at the 15-minute mark last time, and they ended up losing it. Blink Cataclysm on Sham with the Vulcan ultimate on top of it, and boom! What stopping power? That was 3 ultimates for a mid laner. 3 ultimates, I repeat. Sham, are you okay? Someone find Sham's Twitter and check to see if he's okay, because that man just got annihilated.
I think overkill might not even be a strong enough word for that. There was no chance of him getting away from that.
Was like
he had
overkill.
2 stuns as well as a huge amount of burst coming down, and they get a soul for it. And it's like, okay, yeah, he's erased off the board. He's not going to be there for a little while, but was it really worth killing the soul? I guess it's going to be a little bit. I mean, putting the kill back there and giving Viper some kills, giving him some experience to try and get ahead. It's what you want on the Vulcan. I guess not being behind is the main goal right now, and they're going to be accomplishing that. Not sure if it's worth 3 ults, but ultimately with the cooldown they have, it should come up.
That's the Viper not dying yet, you know?
Yeah, right?
He's got 1 kill and 3 assists, so he's actually doing some work right now. And, well, shout out to not dying, and then he goes ahead and decides to try to fight well.
All right, now B's going to be used trying to get away. Viper, though.
All right, Viper. Well, please, no one clip that and say how good I was talking about Viper, and then just he dies. That would. Yeah,
I'd like to notice.
Feel bad.
Only 2 ults used to kill that mid laner.
You don't need 3. Only 2 ults, you know. But no, that was the soul kill was just like, I just felt like you just needed like Hindu man voice back over there, or announcer back, just yelling overkill. Just that was ridiculous.
Right now, Monkey Business looking to try and find the void, fill it when Viper is not around. The thing I'm looking at is, so last game with the ISIS, he was getting burnt down almost constantly, and the same focus so far hasn't really been happening until, you know, just then from Glavis. He was
a little bit out of position. He wanted to fight. He wanted to fight for a ward. Like, he was ward fighting versus a Bologna as a Vulcan. That wasn't the best choice to make, but yeah.
Do you think that the ultimates have something to do with it? Like, the, you know, Circle of Protection is one of the ones that's like, this is the we can secure every objective ever ultimate. Whereas Vulcan, it's like you can still secure it, but you have to time it right. You have to be in the right position. The damage is going to like vary based on how far away you are when you shoot it. Do you think that he's just not as high a target for them?
Well, yeah. I mean, again, Vulcan is just one of those. He's one of the most skill-based mid laners out there as far as, you know, having to hit your combo. You have to hit the 1-3, the 3-1, whatever combination. Vulcan is a very player-friendly character in the term of what combination of abilities you use and how you get your damage off. You just need to be able to hit that abilities. And right now he's sitting at about 5,500 player damage, right in the midline. I mean, for the mid-game Vulcan at 17 minutes, he's just where you'd expect. He's actually well above the Soul Sham as far as his counterpart goes. I mean, right now Viper playing really well on the Vulcan. He's doing what he can. And again, this is a character now. If the other team is doing an objective, the fact that you can, like you said, throw the ultimate from such a great distance and do so much damage, really, once this game gets past 20-25 minutes, they really got to start focusing. Because once that Obsidian Shard gets online, objectives are going to get erased.
Speaking of focusing, looking at the map, Bud Pop needs to focus on where he is. Although the ward coverage is going to be good, he should be able to fall back, and actually his team making an appropriate rotation immediately. Gold Fury has about 30 seconds to spawn, so this fight could mean a lot depending on if anyone can find anyone. No one is able to find the right positioning. Everyone on Tubby Turkeys immediately retreated. They recognized what was going on. Of course, ward coverage, again, being the one that kind of wins the game for them there.
Well, 2 wards over here on the right-hand side by the Harpies. I think they know exactly where those are at as they're literally on top of each other, which is hilarious. And here we go. And ward battle would be won by the blue squad. The kitty one will win as it's waving along. Remember that one time I got yelled at for ward talk? Were you casting on me when I got yelled at about chat was like, stop talking about wards?
I can't remember.
It was like an EU game. It was kind of slow. There wasn't really... Yeah. I went on a rant about wards, and like chat was like, stop talking about wards! And I was like, all right, man, I'll stop. No kitties, no kitty waving. I haven't seen the Fire Giant ward yet. I will talk about that. Apparently that's really cool. Haven't seen that in game yet. So
Neither have I, and I honestly haven't been able to see too much of a fight. Although stopping power right now going in, trying to get aggressive, going to get chased down. Glavis looking for the kills. The shield's going to be good. Fear No Evil going to be a little bit better. Overhand smash gets the kill. Turn that one around. Pick up the kill for the monkey. And
there
now
you go. That's
possibly looking to try and fight Mango as well, but it looks like the fight's continuing in two. On the left-hand side is the kill of the Hun. The kill of the Hun looking for some kills, and the team's just kind of splitting up, looking for whatever targets they can. It looks like neither one is going to find any kills after that first blood.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely pretty intense little fight. Just a nice shield. Glavis ends up taking the spill right there. Now 6-4, read the kills. When Glavis down, you've got another 15-second window here. Try to do what you can, and it looks like the window of Kill of the Hun and crew want to go ahead and try to take this gold here. They see the ward. Going to knock that one down, and here comes Xeon Hawk trying to get something going, but he'll get silenced out. Take a little bit of poke. He'll get a shield. Again, he's got a bracer plus heals. He's not really looking too bad at all. And again, really no one else. I mean, we got a Brawler's Beat Stick on one side. We got a Pestilence on the Bologna. We got a little bit of anti-heal going on to help out those factors.
And we actually are starting to see that picked up on the other side. The one thing I haven't seen in a while, though I think I actually saw it either yesterday or 2 days ago, we saw the Cursed Ankh. Not necessarily something needed in this game, especially, I mean, on the side of Tubby Turkeys. They're getting that anti-heal. They have the Circuit ult as well to kind of get rid of that one. But dealing with Xenon Hawk is going to be a big one. Dealing with the lifesteal that's going to be coming out really right now from mainly Viper, it's not enough to really warrant, I want to say, like the full-on everyone absolutely has to have this, but they also have to account for that bracer, which I think is going to be the big thing. Xenon Hawk right now can go from pretty much no HP to full HP, assuming that the fight is focused on him, in about 5 seconds.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's Bracer of Undoing. Obviously, we all know it's annoying and everything, but anti-healing a little bit goes a long way. That's really what it comes down to. Get a little bit of anti-healing. It will help you out in the long run. Pestilence Brawlers is good.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, a Divine on the Soul if you really wanted it, but that's going to hurt her damage a little bit more. You don't necessarily need that. I think the Brawlers and the Pestilence is good, but the Gold Fury going to easily go the way of Monkey Business, as really they had no contestation. And Glavis in the mid lane, is this Vulcan Ultimate off the mark? No, not going to connect, as Glavis gets the return kill on Stopping Power.
Yeah, Stopping Power did use Fear No Evil for that, but Glavis just played it appropriately, got the last auto he needed, using that Circuit passive perfectly to get that damage down. And now it looks like it's opening up Tubby Turkeys to go for the Portal Demon, but taken away from Xenon Hawk, going to just throw that boulder, walk on out of there. The shield's on him. Viper looking like he might fall depending on the chase from Awesome Jake. They can get a kill out of it, but they lose the objective. But Viper's still alive under the tier 2, trying to run away. Bludgeon going to be able to get that. Over in the mid lane still is the fight, Xenon Hawk versus Ratcheteer. Bud Pop trading it out, him versus Glavis, and it looks like he's going to come out, I want to say on top, considering he was behind the tier 2 with the fight going down, but at least 4 members of Tubby Turkeys that
this
continue
fight
pushing.
Is crazy.
That's a tier 1 in mid.
This fight is absolutely insane. Left, right, middle, everywhere we go, there's fights going down. The Portal Demon was stolen. The mid tower is down. Bud Pop loses his life on the left-hand side. A Kill the Hun is doing what he can. Xeon Hawk, the Hercules, no longer going to be able to defend this mid tower, but Stopping Power is here, and he's going to do everything he can to his namesake to make sure that this doesn't occur any further. A nice jump away from the Shams too, and that will end up being the retreat call for the boys in red, as really a little bit of a bloodbath comes out of that fight, Core. I mean, a lot of fighting going on everywhere on the map.
And a lot of kills going in favor of Tubby Turkeys, but they lose some of the objectives they really needed. That being said, Monkey Business right now leading up. They've gotten the 2 Gold Furies of the game. Looking at the graphs, because we haven't taken a peek at those in a long time, and you can kind of see exactly how this game's been going. It goes up, then down, then up, then down, then up, then down. And most recently, it is going to be a dive in favor of Tubby Turkeys. That tower, even though they lost some objectives, you can actually kind of see that on the map where it swings in favor of Monkey Business. Overall, still going to be fighting well, still going to be farming well, and keeping this game pretty much close to even. It's about 1,300 gold, not really a lot when you're looking at the 23-minute mark, especially split across all 5 players.
Oh, man, yeah, it's absolutely, this is an intense matchup, 7-8. Again, the kills are super close. This is just, I mean, the games are getting so good to watch here in the Challenger Circuit. Absolutely just a pleasure to sit there and get these going when they're so competitive. You know, a couple thousand gold keeping these competitors apart is amazing. Silent's going to come out, Ratcheteer in a little bit of trouble, going to shield himself, going to also get locked down, but nothing else going to get used, as don't want to burn too much into that tanky Geb target regardless. So everyone's going to move back to the mid lane at the 24-minute mark. Gormizer, we got a Sentry Ward from the Red Boys at the Fire Giant. I mean, I guess you got to be thinking the same mindset, right? The next 3 to 5 minutes, maybe? That's got to be the attempt there?
Yeah, and that's really going to be what kind of opens up this game for either team. Both of them at this point haven't been able to take a significant lead right now. Looking at the towers, it's leaning more in favor of Tubby Turkeys. They've been able to take down 3, but at this point, 3 tier 1s in the face of a fire giant, 2 tier 1s standing for them left on their side doesn't really mean much. Those will get burned down, especially since the solo one looks like it's only a couple hits away anyway. And really, right now, I'm looking. Bud Pop's been trying to do the best he can as Awesome Jake aggressed on in the solo lane.
Trying to teleport.
Damage
Where did
coming
he try
down.
to go to? I think Awesome Jake was gonna try. Was he gonna teleport left to stop Aquila or stop? I don't know what he was gonna try to do. Either way, Aquila the Hunt was able to defend his left tower. Both hunters are gonna take a step back. They're gonna walk their way with Aquila the Hunt on this Apollo again. Something you mentioned earlier. We don't see this character a lot, but the split push potential is amazing with that ultimate. I mean, we all remember way back. I mean, well, not all of us remember. The people that have been playing Smite for the last several years, you know, way back in season 1/2, know the Apollo meta very, very well and why he is always a threat, really, to come back as far as when split pushes and that meta ends up occurring. The fact that he can get around the map is just way too powerful.
Yeah, and
With
that was one of the
Glavis here, they
things.
need to set up something on the right.
It was super, super rough. Aquila not really being able to utilize that as much just because Bud Pop
They're
hasn't
staying
really
in
been
lane
leaving
with
the
him.
lane.
Yeah,
They've
they're
just
staying
been
in lane
sitting
with him.
over there kind of 1v1ing right now.
That's what you have to do. You have to do that, though, as Bud Pop. Like, you can't leave until Apollo leaves, but the issue is Apollo can ult. So then you got to call, you're like, yo, and then you have to hope that your team doesn't die while you're making the rotation. And again, either A, you have to make the call of, hey, I'm going to split push and just say screw it, and hopefully my team wins the fight. Or B, you have to make the rotation, and it's a tough call. And right now, it looks like Bud Pop is he's got to make a swing
Forced
back
to run
tier
back to,
two.
yeah. Has to run back to the lane. Aquila doing exactly what he needs to do. Push up whatever he can. Right now, the tier 2s in this left-hand side, pretty much identical health. Both tier 1s missing. Both ADCs essentially sitting over here this entire time, going back and forth, wave to wave. The rest of the teams looking for whatever objectives they can find. Gold Fury going to be respawning just about now. Portal Demon going to be shortly after. And with Fire Giant available pretty soon after, whichever team can bait a fight out and win it has pretty much the pick of the litter. Whatever objective they want, they can take. And the question is going to be, where do they decide to put their forces for both sides? It's kind of like a chess game. Placement is going to matter, very important. And right now it looks like Monkey Business are going to have control of the pit. But the question is that going to matter too much? As now we have 2 members of them going over here to fight for these oracles and start the Gold Fury. This could be an even split down the middle.
I mean, they're going to end up looking at maybe Portal Demon here. This is a good job when you have something on the left-hand side kind of peeking back and forth. Here we go. I mean, the Portal Demon's at half HP. Everyone's making the way toward the middle again. They're looking to hard commit on his port. Blink Cataclysm is good. The Boulder, Vulcan Ultimate, it got leashed though. No, it's still actually getting tanked up. And who ended up getting it? Blue side gets it.
Now Glavis now 1 hit away, looking to run away. Stopping power with the teleport, gonna be able to get right. Only one was taken so far. That's gonna be the Portal Demon taken away. Monkey Business doing exactly what they needed to zone it. They didn't burst it down with all the ults they used, but they were able to secure it no matter what. Now Gold Fury looking to be started up again by Awesome Jake, but with no teammates around. It's still questionable. Xenon Hawk looking to try and fight under the tower. Him and Ratchet are super tanky, but they don't do as much damage as they can.
Xenon Hawk missed everything in his kit. He's just like, I'm going to miss everything in my kit, and I'm still going to stay at full health because I'm Hercules, and I can do that with my buffed armor. So, yeah, I mean, Tier 1 tower finally goes down. Gold Fury is the name of the game for the boys of the Blue Squad. Order side looking to go ahead and get themselves a little bit more of a gold lead. Right now, they will be up around 6,000 gold at this point, and that's going to end up getting them a little bit more items online. Looks like Stopping Power will finish his Titans Bane. The same exact build he went on the Neja. Has not gotten for that crit quite yet. Again, I'm not sure if he's planning on doing it once he sells this Bluestone pendant or not, but I would imagine that we're going to end up seeing some crit online at some point. No, going to go straight for the Hydras. Okay, not going to go for any extra crit.
I actually really like the idea of going into the Hydras just to get the the kind of combo ability. I'm going to get as much damage down in hand autos. I do like the idea of the Deathbringer to kind of help with that passive, but honestly, it's so far working out. Stopping Power, though, last line we saw a Hunbats slash line 9-2 at this point. 3-2-2, not having as big an impact, but the game and the pace has just been a little bit slower overall for both sides.
Yeah, and as far as Twitch chat, we guys hear you about the game kind of lagging up a little bit. That's actually the replay going on / Twitch, really on our end. The stream settings, and we're not really dropping anything. We're getting it as well as on the replay as casters, and we're not even the ones doing the streaming, so we also see the spikes going back and forth. So that is the replay / the game and Twitch and all that versus the actual production end of things. Our guys are doing it. They're doing good. They're all right.
At least trying to do the best they can. Is right now doing the best they can. Fear no evil against the wall. Double man Boulder going to be hitting and danking them down. Glavis once again the main target, burnt away. 50 seconds in the timeout box, and it looks like they're going to clear some minions, but this has opened up Fire Giant. I can already hear Bud Pop throwing some swings at that one, getting the crits as best he can. The zoning started, and this is going to be the potential beginning of the end as Monkey Business starting to take control and find their objective. No one going to be able to steal that one away, and now 5 members with Fire Giant.
Looking for the split is Monkey Business. They want to make sure that they realize that they can give themselves some sort of points. Maybe force some sort of tiebreaker. Maybe they play spoiler. Honestly, I mean, the standings are close enough to the point where, I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. I know there's got to be, you know, some going back and forth. But one more time, we see this Apollo. Akilla the Hun is just staying in this lane, forcing Bud Pop as well to be in here. And now they're going to chase with the Fire Giant. We have a little bit of a man fight, and Bud Pop is getting absolutely soloed. The pre-feeds from Akilla the Hun absolutely wrecks it. Tier 2 going to fall on the left-hand side, leaving a good opportunity for the split push to continue.
And right now, that's going to be able to kind of even this one out. Trade tier 2 for tier 2 right now and potentially continue pushing, forcing the back. Stopping power is trying to run, but they stop him just in time. Perfect. This is going to set it up, and now the Phoenix is underway. This is the play Tubby Turkeys need. What do you do if you lose Fire Giant? Oh, well, I guess we're just going to go ahead and have Apollo split push the Phoenix a couple hits away.
There's one Archer that's reducing backdoor protection.
To be able to get it right now, Awesome Jake going to be the main one trying to go for it because of Killa getting zoned out.
Oh, he can't get it.
That's going to live just barely so, and Awesome Jake trades his life.
They could not get it. I will say everything. Awesome Jake tanked up the Phoenix. One Archer was in there reducing the backdoor protections and was not dying, and they tried so hard, but 2 backs were able to get off. Geb and Hercules able to get those backs off in time, end up stopping that Phoenix from falling. Great job. That ends up slowing the game down even more. 32 minutes. I mean, realistically, again, you can say Monkey Business is in the lead if you're looking at the gold, but when it comes down to it, with the strength of this Apollo and the TP of Bologna and so on and so forth, you never know when they can go ahead and do that back door again. And right there, Akilla the Hun proved he is not scared of Bud Pop whatsoever. Absolutely soloed him and dominated that fight.
And it wasn't just a casual, oh, I soloed him as the typical 1v1. Bud Pop had Fire Giant.
Yeah, Bud Pop dashed in for the aggressive play, and again, you know, he pulled the me, dropped the kill, man. I do that all the time. I'm like, yeah, I got it, and then no, I didn't got it.
And just looking at the build, I mean, right now, Akilla, he's got all the attack speed he needs, accompanying with his passive. He's just going to hit you more often, more harder, as right now Viper going to get hit harder there in the mid lane, taking down Ratchet here as well.
The comeback again.
Trying to do whatever he can. The ult coming out, Akilla the Hun into the wall, but it's going to be a 1v5 right now, going to return over. The pigs coming out onto Awesome Jake, but they're going to be chased away. Right now, this is just looking like the ability for Tubby Turkeys to get a comeback. The Fire Giant was taken, 1 member left with that, and that's going to be Xenon Hawk. As right now, I mean, Tubby Turkeys are looking for their way back into this. They still don't have a gold lead. The Boulder coming out and forth, the Portal Demon, but Xenon Hawk just doing whatever he can to try and keep his team afloat.
Yeah, I mean, again, why not? One more time, Akilla the Hun going to go ahead and use this Fatalis and get moving and grooving and going to keep this Apollo pick really changed the dynamic of the game, and it's really because it kept Bud Pop, the other ADC, in check. This is why this game's going so slowly. Normally, tell me the last time you saw an Apollo in the game. You know, you don't see it. So again, you always see these hunters counter rotate each other. One rotates, one does this. With Apollo, your threat is staying in lane and just doing your job of getting towers down. So you have to stay in your own lane, because if Bud Pop makes one rotation, he just gets towers and phoenixes like you almost saw right there. Bud Pop is forced to stay in the lane. Eliminate. I'm just doing the full forward. Let's see well.
Right there, I was just watching in the mid lane, just seeing what stopping power might be able to pull out, but I see Mango just showing the prowess on the Ganesh. Up into the air goes stopping power, and immediately silenced out is what comes down. And that's just going to be the small power. That's the reason Ganesh gets picked up. And right now, looking to pick up a Gold Fury is going to be Monkey Business, able to clean that one up, I mean, perfectly. There was no real contest at all. Now, Fear No Evil going to be coming down, trying to get Glavis, trying to get Awesome Jake as well. Any target, anything is going to be good for them. The Bologna taking a little bit more damage. They won't come crashing down in the back line. Akilla, the previes again, going to stop him from turning into a boar, but he's going to get traded out. Bud Pop, 1 hit away. The bludgeon looking for it, but the knockup going to be good. 1 hit's all it's going to take. Boulder's going to be able to pick that up, 2 for 3 so far. Ratchet here going to fall down. Viper going to get blinked on. The beads going to be good, but Viper's not done with you yet. A couple autos, it's going to be able to get it. 4 kills, 2 on the side
Game
of the jungler.
over.
Triple kill
Side.
picked up for Glavis. That's going to be the end of it. They are going to rush down this Phoenix and attack as best they can. Taking it up going to be Sham, Mango. They're just going to do whatever they can to try and take this as fast as they can. But, I mean, without their ADC, the question is, can they guilt the Titan?
Just do it, Tubby. Just go for it. Go for it, Tubby Turk. Let's go all the way. 3 members, Mango, Sham, Glavis. 3 members versus the Titan. Can they take it down?
Couple more hits is all it's going to take, although the Titans do a little bit more damage than I think they would want. It's a couple more hits.
What happened?
That was the fight. That was the fight.
Happened?
That was a clown fiesta at the end there.
What?
Just everything happened in the matter of 30 seconds.
Oh, man. It is absolutely insane right there. I mean, that was just a crazy fight occurs because of a Gold Fury call. A 34.5-minute Gold Fury call through the game for them. What?
I am just looking at the fact that was big for Tubby Turkeys. I mean, that was Monkey Business's game twice in a row. 2 games, Monkey Business were at a point where I would have said they're in control. They're the ones who are most likely to get Fire Giant. They're the ones who are most likely to take these objectives down. And then they did.
Apparently Twitch chat had a little bit of issues. We're going to take a little bit of a longer break, try to make sure that we're resolving any issues with upload with Twitch, because again, on our end, everything seems to be okay. What ended up occurring there, everybody, we'll kind of break it down here versus what you could see is Monkey Business went for a Gold Fury call. They ended up securing the Gold Fury, but Tubby's counter-engaged back toward their red buff side on the order, and they got several kills, and it kind of just bled forward. It went all the way into near the Phoenix. They got Xeon Hawk, got an official deicide. Tubby Turkeys with 3 members, Glavis, Sham, and Mango, tanked the Phoenix and pretty much 3v1 the Titan, and were able to win the game on a really crazy fight that occurred. So Tubby Turkeys gets the win. But Gormizer, we're going to take that short break, or a little bit longer than short break, to try to fix the technical difficulties, and we're going to be right back with the next match, which is what? SPL Gatekeepers versus a Mighty Storm, right?
Yep. That's going to be the next one. So we'll have to take a little bit longer than normal break, but we will be back hopefully with the problem fixed, and we will see you guys for the next set soon.